Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here, back with another video. Today's topic is another film-related video, and it's one of a trailer review of the Blair Witch. Now, I know the Blair Witch trailer dropped around Comic-Con and hasn't really gotten a lot of talking around it, mainly because it's not really a comic-related movie, but it does look like a really good trailer. I have the link in the description if you want to see the full trailer, but it's a really good 3-minute trailer. Very scary, very intense, and I love how they brought back the familiar found footage element to the movie, just like the original, but unlike the really bad sequel that was not well received, and I personally did not enjoy it. Now, I wanted to get into a discussion about the trailer and then the movie in general, which was a while back ago. I saw a trailer for a movie called The Woods, and I didn't really think much of it. I thought it looked like a regular, scary found footage film that I would probably watch with friends or just in general just watch because I personally have a guilty pleasure of found footage films. But yeah, I watched the movie or the trailer for it, and it didn't really catch my eye. I just thought it was a generic found footage film. Cut to a couple weeks later when the Blair Witch trailer was just dropped around Comic-Con, and I saw a lot of familiar shots in the Blair Witch trailer with the Woods trailer. And then I tried to go back and watch the Woods trailer, but it directed me back to the Blair Witch trailer, which I thought was really strange. And then I come to find out with a couple hours of research and of articles that the Woods was essentially a secret name for the Blair Witch. Then that got me to think about how this was a very similar situation with 10 Cloverfield Lane. If you don't know what happened with 10 Cloverfield Lane, essentially that wasn't the original name for the movie. It was just a very different movie in general. It was actually a spec script written by Damien Chazelle, who wrote and directed Whiplash, called The Cellar. Like I said, he wrote it as a spec script, which essentially is just a speculatory script that would hope to be picked up by a production company to be then made into a movie. Chazelle was going to make it as a movie for him to direct, but he ended up going to write and direct the Academy Award nominated film Whiplash, which is really good. Which then Bad Robot, who was a production company from J.J. Abrams, picked up the script and then made that into what we now know as 10 Cloverfield Lane. And like I said, I thought there was a lot of different parallels between that and the Blair Witch trailer. Maybe something similar to that happened, whether that be The Woods was made by a production company and they showed it to maybe like a test audience and it wasn't really well received, so someone at Lionsgate had the idea of making a Blair Witch movie, and they just bought the rights to The Woods and put some Blair Witch elements into The Woods. And maybe not. Maybe this is what they were trying to do all along, as a different type of marketing campaign. And regardless of what their intentions were, it worked out because I really enjoyed the trailer for the movie, and I think that it's going to hopefully bring a new generation of people into watching the old Blair Witch, and hopefully it gets a lot of good reviews, because judging from the trailer, I think it's going to be a very good movie, very scary movie. Hopefully this movie just continues to reaffirm my love for movies and horror film in general, because horror films have been something that I grew up watching a lot, and that got me into my love of film. So hopefully, this movie does not disappoint me or disappoint the growing audience that I know that had thought the Blair Witch was absolutely terrifying when they first saw it. I know that a lot of people, like my friends, actually, thought that this movie was terrifying. It still is terrifying to this day, even with the paranormal activities or the other different found footage films that have, a lot more technology and money and whatnot into it. But, when it comes down to it, this movie was a trailblazer of its kind, and it essentially made the genre of found footage films, regardless of what you feel about found footage films. It's a really different, awesome perspective of film. And the Blair Witch is probably one of if not the pioneering movies that helped make found footage films into what they are today, as a new groundbreaking way of telling a story, not just with horror movies, but in general with film. So let me know what you guys think about it. Is this a just new style of marketing campaign for the Blair Witch, or is there something else that might be going on? Leave a comment or a like too if you would like that also. I would really appreciate if you put a like on that or even a subscription. And I'll see you guys later.